What if Vegeta wasn't Legendary Super Saiyan instead of Broly and or Son Goku? We have to obviously look at, number one, his pre-Earth ambitions of ruthlessness may have not existed had he had other plans or priorities as opposed to going to Earth. This is a Vegeta that's a Legendary Super Saiyan. He no longer has to come to Earth to look for Raditz or to look for the Dragon Balls or anything like that. He has a completely different purpose. And speaking of different purpose, one thing that would be redefined, obviously, is his rivalry with Goku. Goku's role is not going to be that of a typical rival for strength. I think it would serve more as a constant reminder of Vegeta's quote-unquote chosen path, that Goku would pop up, not the relationship that they've developed in the canon content that we've seen in the manga and the anime. I think it would be vastly different, and I think that would shift their dynamic from pure power to really a validation of Vegeta's destiny as a Legendary Super Saiyan. Goku would have a way more supportive role, in my opinion, in this universe, in this timeline. Would Vegeta still, again, seek out immortality or other things? I don't think he necessarily would if he had the power of the Legendary Super Saiyan. Imagine Broly's power on a modern day Vegeta with what he knows. I don't think he would need to seek out immortality. You can let me know if you agree or disagree with me. And his path to this self-mastery, it would lead to a very twisted Saiyan saga, Buu saga, Namek saga, Android saga. We don't even know which of those would have stayed consistently the same, or if maybe two of those arcs would have happened completely different. We look at a lot of the future Trunks timeline, alternates, and that can get confusing for some people, so I'm not going to go into all of that. But just imagine alternate timelines where Vegeta, being the Legendary Super Saiyan, changes the events of Namek. What if he doesn't go to Namek? What if he goes to another planet in Universe 7? What if perhaps we take this out of Universe 7 and we get introduced earlier to the Dragon Ball multiverse, and perhaps he goes to Universe 6? I mean, this completely redefines his legacy and his family, because does he meet Bulma? Does he still have Trunks with Bulma? Or is Trunks his son from someone else in the show? Chi-Chi, Android 18, a different character. We don't know. You guys could be a better judge on that. But I don't even know if he would have to get to the point of needing Babidi for Majin Vegeta to happen. Again, he has Legendary Super Saiyan power. Whether or not he has full control of that from the Saiyan saga, or whether you wait later on in this timeline, that's up to you. But I don't think he needs the things that we've seen him grasp to or had to attain in the manga and the anime that we have all witnessed and watched today. I think a Legendary Vegeta is completely different. Look at Broly's story now that he is canon with what Akira Toriyama rewritten for his character. He was banished off of planet Vegeta in one of the furthest parts of the cosmos on an inhospitable world for most of his life. Like, that is a completely different timeline of Broly's existence as a Legendary Super Saiyan compared to what I think Vegeta would have to go through, being that he would most likely still be in some sort of role. If planet Vegeta is destroyed, you could say, okay, well, there's no planet for him to rule over. He goes somewhere else. Maybe he goes to Universe 6's planet Sadala. Maybe he takes over as Earth's new king if he decides that the Earthlings are too soft and subordinate to oppose him. Maybe he takes on that role. Again, I think there's so many timelines that he could have. It depends on what you see for his character as a Legendary Super Saiyan. Do you see him being Broly, a character that goes through traumatic loss and traumatic abuse throughout most of his life, and that shaping how he becomes a Legendary Super Saiyan? Do you see him just following in the footsteps of his father, going through the traditional role of his lineage and attaining it that way? Do we see a hybrid of the two, where maybe it's a little bit of trauma, it's a bit of something with, you know, having a longer living experience with his father, King Vegeta? You know what I mean? I think that's the cool thing about him being the Legendary Super Saiyan, but also essentially the burden. Like I said, I think he would have way more on his shoulders than Broly does currently, and or Son Goku would ever have on his shoulders in a timeline. So, gosh, this is something that could turn into a short story here on this channel because I think we could go a couple of different timelines. So depending on how this does, let me know if you guys would like to see me turn that into a what if. We can go down the path of, again, him being closely connected still to his father, King Vegeta. We can go down the other path of him having a upbringing similar to Broly. I may go ahead and decide to do a hybrid, but if you guys would prefer to see one or the other, please let me know that in the comment section below. So yeah, what do you think? Vegeta as the Legendary Super Saiyan, would it be traumatic? Would it be filled with confidence, arrogance? Would it be loss? Would it be strictly about the lineage? Would it be all pride? So many different ways it could go. So this probably will not be the last time I'm talking about this, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll take it from there. As always, stay tough, stay strong, stay in the fight. I'm there with you all the way, brother. Have a good one, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.